The John Mendelsohn Radio Minute. A lot of people, and you know who you are a little upset about various celebrities having announced their intention to run for office in the next few years. I honestly don't see why. Take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, star of many high-grossing tires and testosterone movies, none co-starring Adam Sandler, and thank heaven for that. Mr. Johnson has no political experience, but neither did Mr. Trump, and just look what a wonderful job he's been doing. Can you imagine the handshakes Mr. Johnson could give foreign leaders? Can't you, in your mind's ear, hear the snap, crackle, and pop of their metacarpal bones, their cries of anguish? Disrespect America? Well, put her there, Your Excellency. Whereas Mr. Johnson seems to have his sights set on the Oval Office, an entirely different Rock, Kid Rock, has it in mind to represent the fine folks of his native Michigan in the U.S. Senate. Having spent most of his career composing and performing some of the most beautiful music of the 21st century, he too lacks political know-how, but makes up for it by having been married for 4 unforgettable months to Pamela Anderson, who in her heyday was between 1.65 times and twice as hot as Melania Trump. The sort of American male voter who wears his baseball cap backward, has a 25-word vocabulary, and can name no more than 4 of the 50 states, but everyone who's played for the Miami Dolphins since 1978 gives a lot of credence to the female company another dude keeps. Then you've got the enormously talented Kanye West, the Mozart of auto-tuned hip-hop music, who has a red-hot wife of his own in Kim Novak, the 1950s blonde bombshell who starred opposite Jimmy Stewart in the Alfred Hitchcock films Rear Window and Front Porch, and Caitlyn Jenner, who'd have the transgendered vote all sewed up if she weren't a complete douchebag, though you didn't hear it here. If I'm not mistaken, the statuesque Caitlyn is the father, if that's the word we want in these circumstances, of Kanye West's red-hot wife, Beyonce, so it might make sense for the two of them to join forces, especially in view of their names being alliterative. Americans love alliteration, as witnessed the success in 1840 of William Henry Harrison and Steven Tyler, better known as Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Back a few years ago, it was my belief that if the Republicans were smart, they'd nominate Sarah Palin and Mike Pence. Palin and Pence, does that pack a punch or what? At the time, of course, we had no way of knowing that the greatest political leader in the history of American kleptocracy would come down from the gleaming tower that bears his name, not just to restore our past greatness, but to achieve a level of greatness heretofore unimagined.